Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at a case where several police officers harassed, unlawfully detained, and cited an innocent driver for failing to move over, even though he was blocked by one of their own patrol vehicles. On June 29, 2023, a pair of Miami Police Department patrol vehicles were en route in response to a distress signal from a fellow officer. Communication with the officer who had issued the request for assistance went silent, which prompted a probable emergency situation. As the officers reached the location, their path was obstructed by a white van, which was itself blocked in by the squad car of the officer who had called for support. For this reason, the van's driver was obviously unable to comply with requests to move away since he had nowhere to go. The events that followed were reported by the body cams of the responding officers and the smartphone of a bystander.
They trying to
get out the car.
What? What is your probable cause, sir?
My probable cause is because
he's a civil servant.
Step out of the vehicle.
I asked him, so he's obstructing the arm block.
And we're trying, sir. Step out of the car.
I know the law.
Step out the car.
You see this?
Step out the car.
I haven't did
Put
it.
the car in park.
I haven't did it.
Just seconds into the encounter, it's apparent that the police officers have taken an aggressive approach. Their act of yanking the vehicle's door open is considered a search in legal terms, and without a warrant, which they don't have. This constitutes an unlawful search and a violation of the driver's civil rights. As highlighted countless times on Audit Archive, the Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution protects every citizen against such actions. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. To make matters worse, the officer is also seen forcibly taking hold of the driver's arm and removing him from the vehicle. Such an action is deemed excessive and, therefore, illegitimate, as the application of force in this manner is considered justifiable only when the officer perceives an imminent threat from the individual involved. However, the driver exhibits no such threat. He is merely documenting the encounter on his smartphone. Excessive force falls under the broader category of abuse of power. It is a form of police misconduct defined by the use of force exceeding that which a reasonable and prudent law enforcement officer would employ under the circumstances. The guiding principle for law enforcement is to employ the least amount of force necessary to maintain control and ensure safety. Let's continue watching as things continue to get worse immediately following this.
He's grabbing all over me.
Put the car in park.
Bro,
put the car in park.
Bro, you have no probable cause, bro, to be grabbing on me, sir.
Step out of the car.
I swear to God. Hey, what's your name, sir?
Officer McLaughlin.
Yo, what type of shit is yo? This man was in the
Listen
way,
to me.
man.
Yo, calm down.
You've just seen a law enforcement officer snatch a man's personal property right from his hands without a good enough reason. This is a blatant violation of the driver's First Amendment rights, which give people the right to record police activity in public areas. It stated that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So within not even a minute of this encounter, the officers have infringed upon two of the driver's constitutional protections. It's worth noting once again that the driver is completely innocent. He's committed absolutely no crime.
Listen to me.
Wow.
Okay.
If he's telling you,
Sir, do me a favor, stand over there. You're gonna be
no
obstructing
reason.
investigation.
I wasn't even
Get
stopped.
back. Get back. Get back. Get back.
You don't even know why we're
yeah,
here.
you see this?
You don't even know why we're here.
He's a civil servant. We pay y'all taxes. All I ask him to do, can he please move to the side?
Okay.
Before he
We're
even
coming
started,
here
he wouldn't even
because-
start talking to nobody, sir.
You done?
I know the law, bro. Y'all do. I know. Do what y'all want to do to me.
Okay, listen to
Telling
me.
you now.
Listen to me.
I know the law.
All of us ran over here because he wasn't answering his radio. We're trying to get by. Let me stop.
I'm not
Let me
saying
finish.
anything.
Okay, just let me finish. Okay, we're coming in, and instead of allowing us to get by, you're throwing your hands up, almost hit my car because I'm trying to get to him.
That's how you just like, that man recording. Come on,
Good.
you don't
All
really
right,
sit
let me
there
get
and
your
lie like
driver's. Let me
that,
get your
sir.
driver's license.
You have no probable cause to
I do.
search until you're ready.
It
If you
just
want to
stopped.
take me down, no probable cause, you cannot. Boy, I'm too educated.
All right, turn around. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Going to jail for what, though, sir? Hold on,
Give me your
for
driver's.
what?
Listen, man, I'm trying to work with you. Give me your driver's license.
What is-
Give me your driver's license.
What it is, you think you know the law, you don't.
I do know the law, bro.
Listen to me.
How you gonna pull somebody over that was already parked?
Get the license and registration, and that's it.
Keep recording. Do me a favor. Yo, you can't do that now. You being a pirate right now.
Listen,
you absolutely
in about 10 seconds. In 10 seconds.
This ain't right, man. All I was doing was trying to park.
And I was trying to get to my partner. There ain't no reason for you when an emergency vehicle.
You just say I was in the way.
Let me get your driver's license.
You just say I was in the way and he was in my way.
Right? It's a traffic
so how I'm in the way? So how I was in your way?
It's a traffic stop.
How I was in your way, though?
It's a traffic stop. Let me get your driver's license.
You see what they trying to say? I was in his way? Bro. This is so illegal, bro. This is so illegal what you're doing. Keep recording, but it's so illegal. I will try.
Good, thank you.
Just when you think the encounter can't get any worse, the officer threatens the driver with arrest, which could be interpreted as a coercive tactic for compliance, something we've seen many times. Additionally, the officer referred to this confrontation as part of a traffic stop, but that was clearly a lie. Their egos were hurt because he wasn't complying with them, but he clearly didn't intend to do anything like that. Legally, an officer's authority to arrest or detain an individual is based on the existence of reasonable suspicion or probable cause, as established by the Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, but this is also reinforced by case laws such as the famous Terry v. Ohio, which requires specific and articulable facts to justify a temporary stop and investigation. Any detention or arrest that arises from coercion or lacks probable cause stands in violation of constitutional protections and may be deemed an unreasonable seizure. Now you'll see how one of the officers violated a passerby's rights too, just because he was recording the ordeal on his smartphone.
Are you still in your 19
That's my only time telling you. Do me a favor. I'm letting you know right now. I want you to get in your car and wait.
I live here.
I'm not going to ask you again. The next step is me taking you to jail.
So I can't get in the
I'm
garage?
asking you to get in your car and wait. And that's going to be the last time I tell you.
Yeah.
If you get back out of the car, I'm going to take you to jail. Go ahead, get in the car.
Getting out of my car.
Go ahead and get in the car.
18 or 36,
Sir, go ahead, get in the car, and that's the last time I'm telling you.
What's your name, sir?
Do me a favor, stand over there.
Yeah, I'm standing right here. Yeah, I'm standing right here.
Get back.
Yeah.
Get back.
I recorded it all. I got you. I recorded it all. Yeah. I'm far enough.
As seen in the footage, the officer instructs the individual to step back repeatedly. The claim that the person is obstructing the supposed investigation by being too close lacks merit if the recording is not interfering with police activity. As established by the First Circuit Court of Appeals in Glick v. Cuniff, citizens are entitled to record law enforcement in public if they do not hinder official duties, with no specific minimum distance universally mandated. In other words, the person recording had every right to stand around and continue since he was clearly not interfering in any shape or form. Moreover, it appears the officer might be intentionally trying to position the individual out of range, potentially affecting the quality of audio and visual capture. This could be seen as an attempt at prior restraint, which is essentially any governmental action that prohibits speech or other expression before it can take place. Prior restraint is generally considered to conflict with the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, and actions suggestive of this could be challenged under constitutional law. In Florida, any such attempt by law enforcement to preemptively limit documentation could be subject to legal scrutiny.
Hey, I got you, big dog. I recorded it all.
All of us were we're trying to get stop. I'm not saying anything. Okay, we're coming in, and instead of allowing us to get by, you throw your hands up, almost hit my car, because I'm trying to get the vehicle.
That's how you just like, that man recording everything. Come on, you don't really sit there and lie like that, son. You have no proper cause to search the place. You want to just take me down? No proper cause, you cannot. Well, I'm too educated.
All right, turn around.
On the tip for what though, sir? Hold on, for what?
Listen, man, I'm trying to work with you. Give me your driver's
Hey, just give him the license. Just give him the license.
How you gonna pull somebody over that was already paused? Get the license and registration, and that's it. Keep it going.
Just give him the license. Just give him the license.
Do me a favor. Get in your car. That's my only time.
I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to get in here. I live here.
I'm letting you know right now. I want you to
Yes,
get in
sir,
your
I understand
car
that,
and
but
wait.
I live here. I
I'm
need
not
to
going to
get in
ask
the
you again.
garage.
The next step is me taking you to
So
jail.
I can't get in the garage?
I'm asking you to get in your car and wait.
Crazy,
And
boy.
that's going to be the last time I tell you.
Yeah.
If you get back out of the car, I'm going to take you to jail.
You
Go ahead, get in the
arrest
car.
me for getting out of my
Go
car?
ahead and get in the car.
Yo, I can get out of my car
Sir,
now.
go ahead, get in the car, and that's the last time I'm telling you.
I need all y'all badge number 2.
That's
Y'all
perfectly
finished.
fine.
All right.
Now, it's worth highlighting that there is no statute that specifically requires a bystander, such as the man involved in this scenario, to comply with a police directive to retreat to their vehicle, particularly when the individual is at their place of residence and is not posing a threat or obstruction to police activity. Anyway, let's go back to the body cam footage.
That's perfectly fine.
Here's text one for purpose online with the bridge range text one.
Well, I'm too educated. For you to be a black man, you gonna sit there and let them folk be doing all this like this, man. Y'all know you will.
I am.
You got that spirit in you. It's cool
I
though.
do.
God is definitely watching.
I know.
Yeah, God watching.
But let me explain something to you.
Man,
When I
God
sat here and
watching
tried to
y'all. I
explain
ain't
it
do
to
nothing to you, man.
and when I just sat here,
His ego
don't worry about it.
bruised.
See, you won't even
This
freaking
man's
listen.
ego is bruised.
Well,
What am I
want
listening for
somebody
you
to
for?
talk
Y'all
to
being
you.
pirates.
All right, go
What am I
ahead.
listening to you for? You coming to be a pirate.
All right, make sure you write him the ticket.
Y'all, ain't no ticket. Yeah. What's all, man?
Yo, do me a favor, stand right here.
All this is
Yo, last time I'm telling you to go ahead and listen. Let me explain something, yo. Last time I'm gonna tell you, I asked you to stand right here.
I
Listen,
said I was in their way, but he
bro.
was
Last time I told you, I'm not gonna tell you again to stand right there. Are you not gonna
So
listen?
how you gonna tell me?
Man, just stand right there. Relax.
Well, where do it matter?
Stand right there, and that's it. Shut up. Be quiet. Bro, it's not that serious.
Boy, this is some tyrancy, bro. This is some real tyrancy right now.
Matter of fact, what you finna do? Because at this point, you can go ahead and do what you have to do. What are you gonna do with him? Okay.
How I'ma move over?
Man, be quiet.
This damn thing, how I'ma move?
Quiet.
You hit it? Come on, I ain't move over.
Oh my gosh, I don't understand.
No, cause y'all just doing anything y'all want to do with people, bro.
For a second.
I
Ooh.
ain't taking no ticket.
And I'm not gonna tell you to stand right there again. That's the third time I'm telling you.
For what? Boy, I know the law to me. You can't tell me where to stand, bro. I ain't doing that.
Listen, do me a
Jesus
favor.
Christ.
Turn around. Turn around.
For real, bro. He must commit a crime, bro.
Turn around. Turn around.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna ask you again. Turn around.
So you
Are you gonna do it or not?
Why are you doing this?
Listen, man, I'm not gonna ask this question.
There's nothing, though, bro.
4123.
What is this?
At this point, the driver is apparently arrested just because of speaking out his opinions. The officer forcefully restrains him and places him in handcuffs without giving him a lawful reason whatsoever. This is a clear abuse of authority. Bear in mind that the government does not have the right to forbid us from saying what we like and writing what we like. We can form clubs and organizations and take part in demonstrations and rallies. In this case, the driver has only expressed his thoughts in the form of words, clearly not anything worth being arrested for. Goes to show that this is pure retaliation. Plus, under Florida statute section 901.15, an arrest without a warrant is generally deemed lawful only when there is probable cause to believe an individual has committed a crime. This solidifies the fact that this was an unlawful arrest. Even if the arresting officer wanted to de-escalate the situation though, there's a framework established in the case of People v. DeBoer, which outlines a graduated scale for interactions with the police. In other words, there are incremental levels to an officer's actions based on the situation at hand. For example, the officer would ideally first calm the subject down, while also making sure not to be irritated by the subject's behavior. Lastly, if the basis of the arrest is the driver's verbal criticism of the officers, which it clearly is, note that the precedent set by the case of City of Houston v. Hill emphasizes that expressive conduct directed at police officers cannot be grounds for arrest if it does not materially impede their duties.
God damn.
There's working on that 18.
Bro, blocking the road. I'm blocking the road.
Yo, I'm not gonna ask you to turn around.
I can't even speak. It's
Go ahead,
bro.
It's recorded. It is.
This is like crazy. It's recorded.
4252.
Officer, like what? Like,
No, go ahead.
I was in my way.
No.
Why you don't know what I got to say though?
Because when I was trying to know what you were saying, you want to loud power me. Don't worry about
White
it.
man was talking.
It don't matter, man. Go ahead.
You know he'll talk to me.
Because I'm not gonna do this. Let me do me a favor.
I can't even believe.
I can't have nobody back if you can't listen. I've been trying to tell you to listen for 2 seconds, bro. Nobody can got time for that.
They was in my way, and I asked them to move over, bro. Like.
And just like that, an illegal search with such swiftness could almost go unnoticed. The legal boundary for such a search is defined as a Terry stop or a Terry frisk. It's stated that when a police officer has a reasonable suspicion that an individual is armed, engaged in, or about to be engaged in criminal conduct, the officer may briefly stop and detain an individual for a pat-down search of outer clothing. Firstly, let's recall that there was no reasonable suspicion, but since this was an alleged traffic stop, The Terry condition of a lawful investigatory stop is met whenever it is lawful for the police to detain an automobile and its occupants pending inquiry into a vehicular violation. But again, the driver had not engaged in a vehicular violation at all. This leads to the same conclusion. This is an illegal arrest.
Oh, why we don't never get a speed?
Have a seat. Thank you.
Crazy. Oh, God. Like, my leg. All I asked this man to do.
I just want you to have a seat. 45221 detain for now. Go ahead.
I'm trying to.
What is it that you want to talk about now?
All I was saying was like, see how y'all just had to do all that move? How can I move out this man's way like that?
Let me explain something to you. Number one, from the beginning, and I just walk. I want you to listen because I let you talk. I let you do a whole showcase out here. You think that I'm just because I'm black that I'm supposed to allow you to do stuff like that? And sometimes we as black people need to understand that at the end of the day we have a job. Don't tell me about what taxes you pay to pay my bills because that ain't. You want me to help you, but you talking to me like that. You making a whole thing. You know does not matter. Okay. If you would have listened to him for 1 second, give me a second. If you would have listened to him for 1 second, all he was telling you is he is trying to get to the other officer that was not answering the radio. So if that was,
I couldn't move.
I want you to just listen. I just want you to listen. Okay? That's all he was trying to tell you. But you started doing the most before he even can get you to.
He grabbed me and snatched me out of that van. That's why I just went. I'm like, are you kidding me?
He did what he did. Because at that point, you're not listening. So now that means he's going to detain you. Stop saying you guys know the law because he wasn't. Okay? All I'm asking you is change your answer. Everybody ain't out to get you. Everybody ain't out to put hands on you. But when you start escalating the situation like that and he's just trying to do his job to make sure that he's okay, because that's the only reason why we can't. That's our job. Because if it was your mother, your father, or somebody, you would want us to have the same speed to get to you.
But then he started woofing at me when I rolled the window down.
Unit 4221.
By you doing what you did, you think you can make
4221.
all you had to do is say, listen, officer, I don't know.
And I apologize for it, but I'm under a lot of pressure. I'm going through shit through my day.
We didn't do it. 424. Especially me. I ain't do nothing to you. All I kept telling you is to be quiet. All I kept telling you is to wait till he finished. All I kept telling you is to stand right here and what you did. I could just take you to jail for disorderly conduct right here.
29 Sierra, 1 hour time delay, subject to 485 North 2nd Avenue.
You don't know a lot about
485 North 2nd Avenue.
So don't use that card. Don't tell me
about black female wearing a beige rail black shirt.
Now you got a whole bunch of people want to making a complaint because they thinking that we just effing with you. That's not cool. But you want to disregard
the description. Stay contact with the mail.
When I was talking to you regular, I had to yell at you. I normally don't yell at people multiple times. I just take a I gave you more than one opportunity. If you don't learn anything from today, listen. He wasn't yelling at you. He wasn't yelling out of you. This man, we been trying to get him to answer the radio for the long time. That's our job, man. Okay, but and that's what he was trying to explain.
He hit the horn. I'm like, I'm just
because we trying to get to him. We've been raising that man for over 5 minutes. He didn't respond. So what you think we finna do? We don't know what's going on.
I'm so sorry. I just.
But your attitude about the situation, bro, that got you a ticket.
Come on, man. I wasn't even doing that.
That's not my doing. That's your doing.
You heard that right. The officer just stated that the driver was about to get a ticket. Note how the officer first went from placing the driver in handcuffs, securing him in the patrol vehicle, then gaslighting him into thinking that he was at total fault when in reality, we know this wasn't the case. All that the officer really had to do when first making contact with the driver was understand why he couldn't move his van, and then proceed to check up on his fellow officer who went silent on the radio. The ordeal would have ended there and then, with all parties going about their business, but here we are. The officer continues to justify his tyranny, stating that the only reason he put the driver in the patrol vehicle was to let him calm down, which makes no sense.
All I keep telling you to do is make money. How can I understand all that? Set up a court date and fight it in.
1326, 43, 24, something to carry you.
I'm going to listen to you just trying to talk to you. But you, that ain't cool. Your bad experiences that you had with any other officer, don't take it out on every other officer because that's going to cause you. Every officer ain't the same, especially when you did what you did to me. And I ain't say quiet. I just sat there and I just kept telling you to be quiet. I'm not going to interrupt what he's doing because this is but once you started doing the most, I can't let you keep doing that, man. It's about the reason. You man coming out talking about, oh, he ain't see nothing. He ain't see nothing. You got this man.
Yeah, just another school board of 6 is 15 minutes.
So you think that's fair to us?
That's not 431, 15, and then you have 3 and 2, 431.
Because we trying to do our job to make sure our fellow officers stay. That's not cool.
431.
And the only reason why I put you back here so you can calm down. The only time people calm down,
You're at the
in
15.
back seat. The only time people calm down,
You're at the
in the back seat. Just take it, man. What's done is done. Like I said, take it to court, fight it, beat them up in court, talk about it then. But what you did today,
And I understand that. But you're yelling at him, you're screaming at me through the window because I'm trying to get to him, and then you cut me off. And then don't even let us talk. Because all it would have been was, man, just give us a second. Give us a second, let us get this situation under control. Make sure he's not in a fight, he's not shot. And that's it. You would have been done, but you kept carrying on. And to be honest with you, realistically, he cuffed you. We could be taking you to jail for disorderly. You had all these people out here filming and going crazy and didn't even know what the situation was. As he said to you, they're raising this guy. He's not answering up. That's my partner. That's his partner. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if he's in a struggle, if he's been shot. We're coming. And when I'm coming through and I'm hitting my horn, all I wanted you to do was get over so I could get to him. And what's the first thing you do? You look out your window, start screaming and yelling with the phone, and then pull up and cut me off again as I'm trying to get to him.
See, I ain't see because I ain't know how I was doing that.
But I'm trying to explain it to you, all right? And I appreciate the fact that you're calm now and we're having a discussion, man to man. It's nothing personal, bro. It's my job, his job. We're just trying to do it. And as he said to you, if it was your brother, your mother, or anybody in the same situation, I would hope that you would think that this is the same way we're coming, which it is. All right? With that being said, listen. That's for failure to move over. Listen to me. Look at me. You can choose to pay it, take it to court, all right, or traffic school. You go to court, and you have the same demeanor you have right now, not the one you had 15 minutes ago, and we'll do something about it. Fair enough? All right.
Ultimately, the driver is cited for failing to move over, a violation that he technically didn't commit. It seems the officer's intention to deflect responsibility and ensure the driver shoulders all the blame has been fulfilled, potentially diverting him from pursuing any legal action against them. No further updates have been made as of the date of this recording. It's unclear whether the driver has chosen to file a complaint. Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter.